Hello everybody and welcome back to round 14, the winning in round.
Yeah.
My name is Jesper Eriksson with Lydia Holmbach and we're here with an exciting matchup. We're going to have a former Worlds finalist versus another UK player. So we're going to have GoliGarb from Mees Brenninkmeijer against the BuzzRoc deck from Gregory-Campbell.
Yeah, and this is actually going to be a winning in. We have 6 players locked into top 8 already and 2 winning ins, and we decided to show you this match because you haven't seen these players during the whole tournament.
Yeah, exactly, and one of those players exactly are going to be, we're going to have a list here with Bert Walters, Nicole Abbas, Jacob Malmö, Lucas, Benjamin Fem, and Stefan Ivanov.
Yeah, those 6 players are already locked into top 8. Congratulations. But let's go into our match now. We can see they have both done their setup and Jack is going to start.
And they got start signal, they can start, and it looks like Jack's going first with a Remoraid against a top related from Mace. Not a good starter for Mace. Mace rather want the top related hand to get a Bridget.
Yeah. But also, Remoraid is not the perfect start, but still we see Jack has a Buzzwole in hand, putting it down, and we see a Cynthia.
Yeah, one of these Cynthias we've seen so much throughout the weekend. And actually, Jack is,
Mace?
Jack's going for the free counter Cynthia, so he's going to be a free and free Cynthia, where usually players maybe have gone to 2 ends and 3 Cynthias.
Yeah, but he has some more space for supporters, as usually in those kind of decks you don't play bridges.
Exactly, and that's why they play the Book of the Hill. And he actually gets the attachment on Buzzwole and gets Brockruff down with Gregory-Campbell. So he actually had a quite stable opening. And for Maze, it does not look good.
No, not at all. We see straight away a Cynthia, as he has nothing else in his hand he wants to work with at the moment.
So we're going to see the Cynthia here. Getting these 6 cards, he needs to hit something like Windpods, Trebuchets, which is super important for the way his strategy has to work. Exactly. So, looking at the list, there's nothing that looks out of the ordinary. Maybe that Maze plays only maybe 2 top of Lele. It does play a Tauros GX, but
interesting.
It's quite interesting, but it's not going to work in this matchup because Tauros is fighting weakness.
Yeah, definitely a card you do not want to use here. Also, Jack's list looks pretty standard. There's 9 fighting energies. We see a Surubudu. Yeah. We see Miz playing an Ultra Ball. Still looking through his deck.
Preferably heading for maybe the second Windpod if you haven't searched already. You can see that.
Oh, I think, yeah,
second Windpod, exactly. Yeah, Mace is going to get the setup he wants even without the Bridget. And we're going to see if Jack can mimic this setup. For Jack, it's going to be very annoying if Mace gets the Garber into play. And therefore eliminating his draw options and his way of getting cashing out. So it's gonna be exciting. We need Jack to also hit these max elixirs to get extra setup, but I don't see anything really good in his hand currently.
No, not really. I think we are going to see another Ultra Ball now. Yeah. Ultra Ball, we can't really see what he is discarding here.
It's going to be discarding a Guzman Ultra Ball.
Oh, okay.
It looks like. So we're going to go out for artillery here, draw extra cards until the Garbiter comes into play. Because what Mace really wants to is to get a Garbiter into play while being able to use Armor Press and First Impressions with GoliGarb GX.
Yeah.
Because, as we've seen before, limiting these abilities can hurt other players really much.
Yeah, it's always very crucial if you don't have access to your usual draw support, and also this Regirock on the back bench.
And another max elixir hit,
so not really do that much.
We're up on 34 out of 51.
For day 2 we had quite a good score with max elixirs, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised about that, but We haven't seen many Max Elixirs.
That's also true.
I think only Jack's like the second one who's playing Max Elixirs, whereas the first 3 rounds we had a lot of Max Elixir decks.
Yeah.
So Jack has to full charge Bustle.
Wow.
He's gonna retreat and gets turn 2 KO on the top layer.
That's huge. Especially when you look at Mees' board. He only has these little basic Pokemon.
Exactly. Mees' board looks kind of bad actually. He needs Floatstone, Grass, and Golisopod to even attack.
Yeah, we see him going for a Sycamore, which is a sign that his hand, well, is nothing, again, he really wants to have.
Maybe something I myself have experienced before, playing this Golisopod Garb deck before, is that it's rather inconsistent, but when it sets up, it's a huge threat. The thing is, he has to set up first.
Yeah.
I see the Floatstone, Garbage Toxic Energy, he has everything.
Wow.
To get the attack off. So we're gonna see, he's testing Floatstone to be active.
Then evolving, retreating, attaching the energy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think there's no discussion he was saying. The only discussion is if he wants to play the Garbage Toxin down or not.
Yeah. But I think there's no point in not playing it down.
Maybe, perhaps, but it depends on really much on Tapu Lele GX. Maybe he's just gonna Ultra Ball for it now to have his support for next turn.
Yeah, that would be a pretty smart play. As we see that he has no supporter card in hand.
Exactly, I'm thinking about it. Maze only plays the 2 Tapu Lele, so the danger of it being priced right now is really bad. Because if he can't get his reporter for next turn, it's not gonna look that good for Maze.
Oh, it looks like his search failed. Oh no, he's still looking.
Still looking, and he gets a Trash Lane Garbodor.
Interesting.
Which is really good against Bustle GX. It hits for 20 for each item in Jack's discard pile. And Bustle, the Psychic weakness. So for each Max Elixir he plays, he gets energy into play.
Yeah.
But he also boosts the Garbodor with 40.
Yeah, and actually this is quite a good matchup for Maze, as he can always hit his opponent's Pokemon with weakness.
Yeah, like Golisopod has the weakness advantage against Lycanroc GX and Regirock GX or EX.
Yeah.
And Trash Lane's Garbodor, the one he plays, has the advantage against Bustle GX. So Maze deck is well rounded against Jax, but Jax has the aggression and strong energies to kind of bump the damage up.
Wow.
Because right now, he can actually take a KO on the Garbodor, but being threatened by getting returned by Trash Lance next turn, if Maze draws out. He needs a top pick out of this Maze.
But this looks so risky. He has these fully powered up Buzzwole in front. Oh, he hit a Max Elixir?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hit another Max Elixir, Jasper.
Yeah.
Or, no, was
No,
this a double attachment?
Double attach.
Ah, yeah.
We're gonna see attachment to Floatstone Regirock, yeah. Yeah, maybe like these things happen in the later rounds. We're in round 14.
Yeah.
These guys, like, they've been playing lots of Pokemon, and like at this tournament, there's been not lots of time between rounds, so
No,
they haven't
not
had
at
time
all.
to like refigure themselves. So yeah, we're gonna see Jack draw 6 out of Cynthia. He gets a Max Elixir off it, but does he want to play it because of Trash Lance? I know next turn Trash Lance is going to take the knockout no matter what if it comes out, but we're gonna see Brooklyn Hill first.
This powered up Buzzwole, it looks, I don't really know, it's a very dangerous play. It has a lot of energies. It has actually all energies attached to it that Jack has in play, and if this Buzzwole gets KO'd, he has to start building something up completely from the bottom.
Yeah, the good thing about it is Bustle attacks for 1 energy, so there's no worries about that. But the thing is, Maze has many cards he can draw out of next turn. He can draw either Rainbow Energy to attach with the Trash Lance, DCE to attach with Tapu Lele,
Yeah.
Sycamore to draw out naturally, Cynthia, and all kinds of stuff to draw it out. And there's also many cards that he can hit that would be bad for Maze, but these are the things that happen with the Golisopod Garb deck. Sometimes you have to resort yourself to saying, have to draw out of this my top deck. Otherwise, I can't do anything about it. So we see Jack using the artillery, knocking out the Guzapod. He's already down 2 prizes.
Yeah, you can see Mees' face. He looks very concentrated, not very happy.
And speaking about it, we actually had another max Stitcher hit. So we can see here what Mees does. The most safe option is going for a Tapu Lele. And we're going to see Mees draw Mewtwo, so no help.
No energy.
He's going to Brooklet Hill. Look at his deck. And I don't think there's anything Mees can search out. There is none.
No, he was probably just checking his deck, seeing what odds he has, seeing his options, maybe checking his prices again.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to vault into a Trash Lynch Goblin and pass, and if Jack has a Lycanroc and a Guzma, that's game. Knuckle Impact.
Yeah.
1 Bustle takes 6 prizes, and we're going to have a quick game 1.
Yeah, this puzzle was really stacked.
Yeah, it was really stacked, but like the fact that this Mees had a really bad start, like there was many ways that Mees could also like gotten a knockout that turn and maybe put Jack on the back foot. I know he would have 2 prizes by then, but if Mees is like top deck something like an N or looking like
or Sycamore.
Yeah, he could have been a lot
refreshing
more.
His hand completely.
Exactly, he could have been a lot better off. I think that the N would have been a perfect draw there, but he had the Mewtwo, and in the end, Jack's Lycanroc compared with the Lycanroc, with the Guzma, takes the game.
Yeah, but still we have plenty of time left, and we just talked about Mees maybe being a little bit, well, in favor in this matchup. So we will see what happens.
Yeah, it's depending really much on the way that these 2 players want to play out the game. Mees, of course, has only basically one strategy with this game, where Mees can choose like many different paths around it. Because Mees only has like 1 good attack in this matchup, and then all sorts of tech attackers. You have Garbo Trash Lane, which is like a one-off, and you have the Mewtwo. The Mewtwo with the Choice Band knocks out a Buzzwole, with 3 energies. So he's gonna start with Tauros, and if he gets a Bridget now, that'll be perfect.
It would, but what is it?
He's contemplating. Yeah, it's a Bridget. So he's gonna start off with a Bridget, and he only actually plays 1 in the deck, so it's really nice for Mees. But
really nice. Only 1
there is
Bridget.
a situation where Mees can win this game next turn.
Yeah.
If Jack passes with the Vimera active only, if Jack has a Ultra Ball in hand, Mees could just simply attach a DC and Horn attack for game. But it's not going to happen this time. But I think the Horn attack is actually going to be a good attack next turn. Get away the Remoraid.
Yeah, we will see what happens. I mean, we haven't seen Jack's hand yet, and usually it's pretty unlikely to death roll that early in the game, but let's see.
Mees going to go for a double Wimpod Trebuchet, and it's quite a standard on a Bridget. He does want to get 2 Trebuchet out, so he can have 1 Garbotoxin and 1 Trash Line. He's contemplating the Floatstone attachment, perhaps. Like,
he is considering it.
I'd support it.
Deciding
definitely, because Jack only plays 1 Field Blower, and with Mees, he plays 4 Floatstone, so you can definitely outrun Jack's Field Blower. He's going to attach to the Floatstone, and he knows.
And attaching a DC to a Wimpod.
Yeah, it's for the fact that he can use either Armor Press next turn with the Wimpod, actually, or he charges off a future Armor Press, which is really nice in this matchup, because Bustle with an energy does 30. The strong energy with the Armor Press does 10. Strong energy will be on 30. It will do like 60 tops on a Jet Punch, 70 top with Retro Rock, but there would be less options of 2-shotting with Jet Punches and spread damage around with the Armor Press going on.
Yeah,
we're going to see the Ultra Ball for Bustle Jacks, and we need to see Jack hitting some Max Elixirs also, because if he does that and pairs it up with a Field Blower, Mees going to be super far behind if he gets a turn 1 KO here.
Yeah, and with that weak Taurus in the active position, Jack can now really put Mees under pressure. And we see a Floatstone, Energy, and a Sycamore.
As you can see, Jack drawing 7 cards, a lot of them are energies, 2 choice bands. Just not
No
look
Max
like.
Elixir.
Yeah, just 2 choice bands in the end of his hand though.
He seems not to be very sure what to do next.
Yeah, it's really weird. He has the top of the lane in hand for next turn though,
He's
or
saying
this
to
turn,
play it.
because it would be quite dangerous if Mace got the Garb Toxin into play. I think he's going to search out something like Cynthia so he does not waste his energies, but for next turn, Jack can actually use the Max Elixir, attach to the Bustle, and get the knockout on Tauros next turn. I initially don't think that he wants to Jet Punch his Tauros, because Mad Bull with Choice Banding impaired would actually knock out a Bustle.
Yeah. So let's see.
So yeah, Floodstone goes on Tauros so he can retreat out and get the first impression going. Maze evolves the other GoliGarb. I actually like this because that means that Jack can either he goes for target the wing pod, but
Yeah.
that would be a waste. He's only drawing 1 prize and really wants to go for the GoliGarb, right? So he goes for Cynthia here, Maze, and he needs to draw stuff like Grass Energy. Grass Energy is one of the most important things here, and Garb Toxin would kind of shut down Jack too.
Let's see. Oh, he drew into a Rainbow Energy. So that's also something he could attach to his GoliGarb.
Yeah, not the wishing thing he wanted, but it's better than nothing, right? So he's gonna go for the GoliGarb here. He has a choice between First Impression and Armor Press, and initially, I think Armor Press is all right.
But he also has the choice of attaching Choice Band.
Yeah, but I don't think that 130 would change the math here. Currently, it will, in case he does go for the First Impression. Then the Choice Band would perhaps change the math a lot. And I think he's gonna go for the First Impression. So yeah, I think the Choice Band's gonna do a bit of the math.
Yeah.
And he is going to go for Choice Band, perhaps, yes. Because that would be 150. And the next turn, he could just do a First Impression again for 30 if he gets Field Blower, or 60 and knock out the top of Lele. So you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, it just leaves him open some more options, and that's always good. Because you need to...
Yeah, because you need all the open options you can, and you're going to see here Jack attaching to Strong Energy, playing the Cynthia, and if you could do something like that would be Floatstone Max Elixir, he's going to be really in front of this. Because then Maze next turn, you cannot knock him out, but he has the option to Armor Press. Had Maze used Armor Press this turn, there would have been 0 chance of Jack knocking him out. So you can see Jack draw 6 off the Cynthia, and we saw the Max Elixir, but we did not see the retreatment of Floatstone. So, he played the Max Elixir, but he's going to bump up the Trash Lounge if he does so.
Yeah, he also drew into some energy, so there's not really the need of playing this Max Elixir at the very
It's not the
moment.
need of it, but he can still get it off if he plays the Max Elixir now, gets Artillery into play. He can maybe have a shot hitting the Floatstone. And maybe that's what Jack's going for. It depends on if he plays the Max Elixir before or after Abyssal Hand. Because maybe with Abyssal Hand before Max Elixir, you can draw after the Floatstone while you can draw after other basics to bump it up. Because with other basics, you can maybe Max Elixir to another Bustle and have a second attack already after this initial Tapu Lele falls. So you're going to see Max Elixir before, so that means he is going for the Floatstone.
Max Elixir did not fail.
Yeah, that will be 36 out of 53.
Pretty good record.
Pretty good record so far, and we're gonna see here. Abyssal Hand, Sycamore, Purple Hill, and Red Rock EX. No. But it does mean he gets an extra basic into play, which is really nice to get extra attackers, and he's going to go for a Rockruff.
Yes.
And I really like it because that limit Maze to only having 3 bench Pokemon. Because having 4 bench will mean Dangerous Rogue would knock out a Golizarball with Rainbow attached. Having 3 to do 150, it's not enough at all. And that will pressure Jack into using his Bustle GX, leaving it vulnerable and able to be trash challenged into a knockout.
Oh, but still we see Mees putting a Tapu Lele onto his bench.
Yeah, and he's kind of valuing the way of getting supported. Perhaps, I don't know what he's going to do.
Oh, he's eyeing up with a Guzma.
Yeah, perhaps it is, because he's sitting with Sycamore in hand, so he can maybe boost him at a Rockruff.
Yeah, I think that's what we are going to see.
Maybe. It depends on if he wants to move through Bustle as quick as possible, because then he can like goose on that Bustle, get 150 damage on it, leave it vulnerable for next turn, and yeah, Maze is...
You also see a heavy ball in his hand. He could use for searching for a Garbodor.
Yeah, which one though?
I think it would be more useful to go for the Trashalant. Yeah, no, he goes for Garbatoxin. Okay, he goes for the Garbatoxin one.
Yeah, and I think that's a really good here, because Lycanroc cannot do anything about it. And yeah, Garbatoxin comes in. It's going to chip on this Bustle with 150 damage. And they're getting vulnerable next turn to even Horn Attack.
Yeah, that's true.
See, 150 coming down. Also, next turn, Armor Press can also be a thing. So Maze is slowly but surely getting into this game. You see Jack being under a lot of pressure. He cannot use stuff like Bloodthirsty Eyes. He cannot use Abyssal. He can't use any abilities at all. So we're going to see Jack very on the back foot because he needs to use a single Field Blower.
Yeah, that's insane.
We see another Bustle come down. So he's referring to the plan of getting another Bustle down, maybe some Max Lister stuff and Choice Bands to get the one-hit knockouts on these Golizarbots. Because with Strong Energy Choice Band, the Bustle GX one-hits KOs the Golizarbot GX with Knuckle Impact.
Wow, yeah, that's true. So
coming in here is Cynthia for 6. And the Cynthia really changed it, because usually you just play an N for 6 and be like, yeah, it's alright, but it's not what I wish, because I don't want to give my opponent additional resources. With the Cynthia coming in, it's very much like the old Professor Oxen Fury. You have the choice between disrupting your opponent's hand or not, and you have the choice between saying like, yeah, I'm just going to get 6 cards for myself and see what my opponent has.
Yeah, and you don't really, sometimes well, before Cynthia, you would rather want to play an N to save your cards, but now you don't really have to decide between N and Sycamore. You can also go the middle way with playing Cynthia.
Yeah, we're going to see it. Absorption GX. I don't really know about that, because now Maze has so many options of knocking Jack's Bustle out here. So potentially wasting a GX attack, which could have been a Dangerous Rogue. So you see here, Sycamore. I see Maze got a Rainbow Energy and a Grass, so he'll be fine. Also got a Pal Pad.
Another Trubbish on the bench.
Energy there. There'll be enough for Armor Press.
Yeah, and I think that's what we are going to see.
Let's see, like, I think he can pick up Guzma Izoroa of this Pal Pad, shuffle him into the deck. It's probably what he likes the most about this. It's really dependent on which kind of strategy Maze wants to go for. He's gonna get Sycamore Guzma. He's gotta get himself more consistent in the late game. And there's so many different strategies you can take with this Golizarbot Garbodor deck. Like for Maze right here, he's gonna go with the aggressive strategy. He knows he has to win 2 games really quickly. That's why he took the Sycamore Guzma, because he needs all these switch effects and catcher effects.
For these players, it's not only a win and in, it's also a tie or a die. If they tie in this round, they will not make it to top 8.
Well, only for Maze's sake, actually. For Jack, he can actually go into the bubble here.
Oh, okay.
But it's none of Maze's like it would be none of May's favor to get a tie here. It will hit in the top 16. Top 16 is all right because you will get the $500 there. But if you have the shot, of course you will go for top 8, and maybe further glory in the $5,000.
And also for the title.
The title of regional champion, which I forgot about. But yeah,
and the honor.
Yeah, the honor isn't within the money, right? But yeah, we're gonna see his super rod here. Bustle, energy. Lycanroc to be alright. If like hits up through the floor later, Lycanroc could provide the switch effect he needs.
Yeah. So Jack also getting back some resources into his deck, preparing for a late game.
Yeah, and it depends on how much of late game there is going to be here, because right now, if Jack gets a strong choice ban, Mees has to respond with Rainbow Trash Challenge. If he can't do that, Jack would just eventually run with the game. It's really dependent on what Mees has right now, because let's say Jack has a strong energy right here, so you can actually go for drawing after choice ban. But that'll be all on Mees, because if Mees doesn't have what he needs to, Jack is going to run with it, and he's going to be in the top 8.
So let's see what's happening.
Yeah, I would initially go for a strong energy play here, because then he has the option to knock it out. But yeah, he's going to go for Tauros, going to go for a knuckle impact on that, taking 2 prizes, and next turn, might have the chance to go for it, but like, the GoliGarb has a footstone attached, so if Mees gets Rainbow Trash Challenge, Jack's gonna be set way back, because this Trash Challenge.
We see Heavy Ball.
Heavy Ball for Garbodor, yes. And he has a Rainbow
Yeah, we
in
know
hand.
he has the Rainbow in hand.
So yeah, next turn, Jack can return with something like a Pseudo Wudo, perhaps. We'll compare with like Max Elixir, but if Mees gets this Garbodor, Rainbow, and it was good he used the Paw Pad on Guzma, because if he then gets Guzma next turn, you just take the last Bustle or the Tapu Lele guess and take the game.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
It's also this Garbodor provides a 1 price attacker, because if Mees takes a knockout on Garbodor, Mees can no matter what get a Guzma onto the Tapu Lele. It's a great play here by Mees.
Oh, and we see an N.
Yeah, sitting Jack back. So Mees is doing all the right plays here to take the game. And I think eventually next turn, if Mees can manage to hit a Guzma without getting in, he is going to have the game no matter what.
Yeah, of course. And that is going to be a huge turn for Mees.
So yeah, we're going to focus on the Mees draws. So let's see. I think he has it. Looks like he got the Mees up to first, like the Guzma at the first card Mees. But he has to Trash Challenge first. I'm actually a big supporter of playing this Tapu Koko, just to find out in case there is going to be an end from Jack's side. So we're going to see the retreat into the Trash Challenge Garbodor, absolutely destroying this Bustle, and you're going to see Mees gets the game in hand.
So now it's Jack's turn, and we need to see how he's going to react to this aggressive turn.
Yeah, it was not like a setback turn for Mees. Actually, like he built up this play for like 3 turns with the Paw Pad starting, and even though Jack went greedy for the prizes, I actually think that had he attached the strong energy and kind of like went for something like a choice ban and hit it, he would have been far better off, because then he would remove the Golisopod as an attacker, because now he can deal with Trash Challenge, alright, but then the Guzma comes out and wins Mees the game. So we're just going to wait until Jack is played supported, because then I'm surely Mees is one of those guys who's like, yeah, we have nothing more to play for here. So Field Blur comes on, Tapu Lele, Garbodor, and this line for free, 1, 2, only Max Elixir, it's not good enough. Let's see Sudowoodo though. Go. So, let's see, like, if Jack has an energy in hand, he can Max Elixir, and then go for Watch and Learn Knockout, and then he will get knocked out back by by First Impression, then we set back to square 1. So, Jack's position here looks very bad.
It does not look like he has a supporter access to an N. Well, he could play Ultra Ball, going for a Tapu Lele and then for an N.
Yeah, but the problem is here, I don't think... Yeah, Jack only plays one Tapu Lele.
Oh.
Usually BuzzRoc only plays one of those because you have the artillery. You have so many easy ways to search it out.
Yeah, that's
and your
true.
support line is so thick. Like for Jack's sake, he's playing free N, free Cynthia, and 2 Professor Sycamore. Not that thick again, but still enough compared with the artillery to sit to the point where, yes, we're all right with that. So I'm not sure what Mees can return. Sorry, what Jack can return with after this, because
yeah,
Mees
I think
surely
this
has
is already game for Mees.
See Lycanroc GX onto the Garbodor. See, he is going to try to stall this, but Guzma has double switch effect, so nothing about that.
Yeah, Mees is very fine, and I think this is going to be the first thing he just does when it's his turn.
He's going to slam the Guzma down, and he going to have a time for a game 3 now, because I was scared in the middle of the game if he had, and that would have been like 6-7 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Because then he'd be in danger of not having a potential game 3, but we're going to see here, Mees go for Guzma, and there we are. First impression, Trash Lange, or Armor Press, or even Crushing Cut. We'll take the game there.
Yeah, and we still have around 20 minutes left for game 3. That should be enough to have a good series.
Exactly, and since it's a win then, both players are going to play for it.
Yeah.
Especially Mees, because Jack can take the tie, say, alright, cross our fingers, pray to gods that we're going to hit the top 8. Mees cannot. Mees wants to go hard after it, because if Mees loses, he could still be in top 16, which is not anything from that either.
No. Yeah, we can see both players shuffling, talking a bit to each other.
Yeah, Mees and Jack are very chill players, so there would be nothing bad if either one of them loses. But of course, you sit down to win. Sit down to play the best of your ability. And
I mean, you don't play 14 rounds of Pokemon and make all the way to then just not being able to make the one last step.
Yeah, and especially these players flying in from the Netherlands and the UK, so of course we'll try for it. And we're gonna have Jack's going first. It's gonna be a huge advantage actually, because Mees looks more inconsistent, and he's gonna go first to the top with Coco Maze, but with Jack, he gets 2 turns, maybe abilities, maybe even 3 if Mees misses the turn 2 Garbotoxin. It's just huge.
Handshake.
And Mees starts with Green Pot and top of Coco, which is awesome for him, really. We're gonna see Sudowoodo, which we did not see much of last game, and probably Energy Attachment end, it looks like. Or not. Oh, no
pass.
Supporter, it was a Guzma.
And
So,
we see Mees running into Cynthia, even though he had a Cynthia in his hand.
but he can Ultra Ball, Lele, Bridget.
Yeah, that would be the safe play.
So we are gonna see Mees play the Ultra Ball for Grass and Cynthia, and I think it's gonna be Bridget here. He's gonna check. He's one of those players who check their prize cards, just like Joe Bernard did yesterday.
Yeah.
But we see that hurting Joe Bernard yesterday, though, running with a tie. But I don't think Mees is gonna let that slip this time.
No, I think he rather plays Super Fox, as we tend to see Turd Ragnarok do.
That's a torch bait. No one can match that. Not even I can. But we know that Mees, he is a faster player after his initial searching. I just want to know what he has. But
Yeah.
it looks like he might go for Trubbish only. Maybe his price is Bridget, I think.
That could be.
Because I don't think I see it in there. So going for Trubbish, going for turn 2 Garbotoxin, Rainbow Wimpod. So he's ready for a first impression turn 2, and a Cynthia coming in. So awesome start for Mees. He's gonna have the Cynthia drawing 6. Well, Jack has a dead hand.
Yeah.
But what's to be danger here is Mees maybe needs Glisopod Guzma next turn on the Sudowoodo to say, yeah, you're not gonna hit me, so you can't 2-shot me.
Yeah, but still, Mees is in a pretty good position. He's able to build up some kind of board.
Oh, and it gets both at stage 1 for next turn, 2 land, so you can just like Lele for Sycamore next turn. Or even just Lele for Groupsman, it's going to be good. So, let's see what Jack draws out of this. He draws Cynthia.
Wow.
Cynthia top deck from Gregory-Campbell here. That's what he needed.
Yeah, definitely. That's what he needed to enter this game at least.
So you're going to see Jack drawing 6 cards. He wants to hit stuff like Max Elixir, Strong Energies, and Brooklyn Hill actually, to get extra Pokemon into play. So 6 card, 2 strong. Oh, dead hand again. So
insane.
Sick, absolutely. Like Mees is just having your luck with this, because this might give Mees his pot in the top 8. We're maybe gonna see tackle here for 20 damage.
Wow.
And we are. Mees is gonna keep this in. He can even get Garbotoxins this turn. So Jack has one less option of getting a supporter out. And that's it. Jack is running 8 draw supporters. He has 7 left now because of playing 1 Cynthia. He had 8 options before Garbotoxin can come into play. But if Garbotoxin comes into play with the tool, he's going to be so bad in this game.
And with Garbotoxin, he also has no option of bringing Octillery into game.
Exactly, and that gives fewer and fewer and fewer options to draw cards. Drawing cards is what you need against these Garbodor decks, because otherwise, Blizzard would be weak without Garbodor at this point.
Oh, yes.
Or a good supporter. And now, I think Mees has the option between going Tapu Lele for Sycamore / Cynthia, or Tapu Lele for Guzman.
And we see him evolving his Trubbish into a Garbotoxin, Garbodor, and playing Lele. Searching his deck now for a supporter card with the Wonder Tech ability.
Exactly, kind of no-brainer here, evolving as a Garbodor. We're going to see the Wonder Tag. He's going to play the N afterward. Wow. So, maybe that he didn't have a Cynthia left. I don't know.
I mean, it could be that he just assumed that Greg has a good hand, or at least not such a bad hand.
Yeah, it gives a lifeline to Jack, but it's still very badly set up, to be honest. Jack can get stuff with like Wimpod and Troubleshooter and Floodstone. He'll be so better off with Jack. You see, gets a Floodstone.
And a double colorless energy.
So this will mean a Armor Press.
Floodstone
But
for the ability lock.
I actually want to see first impression. Because next turn, if Sudowoodo comes and uses Watch and Learn, Mees cannot knock out the Sudowoodo.
Yeah.
Because then he would do 80 damage with the Armor Press. And he has to use Crush and Cut on the little poor Sudowoodo. But Jack's going to get the Brooklyn Hill out of here. And preferably getting a Bustle. He wants to see Max Elixirs and he wants to see Strong Energies.
So let's see what he's going to do now. It looks like he's eyeing up a BuzzRoc GX.
Yeah, Bustle GX probably the best attacker here. It does not look like... Yeah, he's not... Well, Cyber DX is just going to be bad in his Magic too because of the Lissabon.
Yeah.
I think with Grass and Psychic typing, you counter all the aspects of the deck, and that's luckily for me. It's good for him. Like,
it's kind of you're playing a hard counter.
Well, it's not a hard counter so per se, because like Mees needs to get these Psychic attackers out. He has 2 in the deck with Mewtwo and Trash Launch Garbodor, but still looking at it, Mees just has like good advantage here.
Oh yes, definitely.
We're gonna see Cynthia hitting a bad hand again.
Wow, Jack is just so unlucky, but we see an N in his hand.
Yeah.
So at least he has something to work with for next round.
If Mees used Armor Press, I want to see Jack go up with Sudowoodo and use Watch and Learn for it. But I don't think we're going to see it. We're going to see Jet Punch. Preferably 30 on either the Garb or the Lele.
On the Tapu Koko, it already has some damage on it, and maybe
it makes it so Jack can get the one shot next turn, but he's only going to do 10 with the Jet Punch. So I'm quite unsure why he just did not use Watch and Learn, but I don't know if he used First Impression or Armor Press last turn. I think he used Armor Press.
It looks like he used Armor Press because of the damage on
I'm not a fan of this. I wanted to see Jack desperately have used Watch and Learn. He's going to attach Rainbow to the bench room pot. He's going to go for the end. So, Jack, like, Mees is building up these 2 shots. Jack is not getting anything behind. Garbage Trucks just makes it so hard to set up, and you just see Jack is hurting behind it.
Yeah.
Mees is going to get 5 off of this, and Jackson gets 6, like... Even though Mees and Jack out a dead hand, Jack is still hitting these bad hands. It's not playable, and I think he hit another one.
Wow.
It looks like a lot of Pokemon, Energy Switch, Strong Energy, and Guzma. So no draw supported for next turn. No Max Elixirs, so
and
I think
only one Strong Energy to attach.
Honestly, I think I could pack away my Max Elixir charge because it's not look good in the moment. Wimpot's coming down. Choice Band. 130.
Going for the
actually
GX
180.
attack.
He's going to switch back to Garbodor.
Interesting.
That might be a little dangerous in case Jack hits his only field blower, but honestly, there's not a lot of chance of doing it with the Garbodor in play and not having a chance of Bissell Hand and Tapu Lele. And Jack is just sitting here agonizing over the situation because it looks super bad.
Yeah, and I think Mees also feels pretty safe with his switching options. He still has some Guzma and of course Floatstones in his deck, so he could just attach another Floatstone and retreat it and he would be perfectly fine.
Yeah, in Mees' interest, of course, he just wants to finish this game as quickly as possible. Of course he has the opportunity to attack, like, the rules are, you can ask a judge about how much time's left. They have to tell you exact time. They can't tell you 10 minutes, under 10 minutes, over 10 minutes. They can't do that like they could before. That was a new rule change that happened like half a year ago. So Mees knows he has this amount of time to grab a win. But honestly, the Guzma, Lycanroc, it's a dangerous road to this Gliscobot jigs the town. But then Mees could just return with the Gliscobot of his own because of Tapu Koko's Ray Retreat or Garbodor's Floatstone. So I know this
Jack's GX attack.
Yeah, I know it's quite a little hit, but Mees has the Ultra Ball for Gliscopod, so it's gonna be fine. Even the Heavy Ball here.
Heavy Ball for Gliscopod. And I think Jack already knows what's now coming up.
Yeah, he's gonna see a First Impression here. And then Mees gonna go down 3 prizes, and Mees has the 2 prizes. Like, he has 4 prizes on board with this Lycanroc. And honestly, Mees maps out his prizes like this: 2 on the active Lycanroc, 2 on the bench boss with 180 damage, and 1 on the artillery or the Sudowoodo.
Yeah, and the artillery is not even in play yet. Yet it's only a
Remoraid. Yeah, exactly. But it will turn into artillery soon, I think, unless Jack just does not draw it at all. It's actually contemplating the attachment. Yeah, because that leaves Flying Flip open. And Flying Flip's really good because Bustle is there with 180 damage. So First Impression is going to do 240 damage.
Yeah, I like Mees' way of playing. Through the whole series, he was playing always a little bit safer than he maybe had to do, and he always managed to leave himself as many options open as possible.
Yeah, with these options, you see Mees. He can attach Rainbow Energy or Grass Energy, take 2 prizes next turn. He just needs to hit at some point. Like, at some point, he just needs to hit the Guzma.
Yeah.
Next turn, he can actually do with a Floatstone on his Gliscopod, an energy attachment.
Oh, we saw a Max Elixir hit.
Another one. There's a 55th Max Elixir, and we're going to have the 38th hit. It's actually doing quite good at the moment.
Don't destroy it, boys.
Yeah, I'm about to jinx it, right? But yeah, I think Jack just saw, like, you just see these 2 real hard counters in Mees' deck with Garbodor Trash Lanes. even to free, like because of Mewtwo. We haven't seen the Mewtwo, so maybe Mees just don't need it in this matchup. So you can see Jet Punch here that actually puts pressure on Mees to get out the Flying Flip for next turn. He has Ace Roll in hand.
Oh, that would be huge.
So that's Flying Flip. Then he has to somehow scrape together a knockout while the Bustle active.
Attacking with Flying Flip would also force Jack to play 7th price game because obviously Tapu Koko is a 1 price hitter.
Yeah, using the Flying Flip also with the 7th price game gives him 2 extra cards of the prices, which could be the Guzman, which could be the energy. So Mees, with the options he's left himself in, he has a really good shot at winning this game. And I really think that this game will end with a Mees win.
But do you know if he has the energy?
It's not in hand. It looks like he has Ace Roll in hand though.
Oh yeah, true that. We see the Acerola.
Yeah, but the thing about playing this Acerola right now is you can go for a Flying Flip, or you can go for a First Impression. Because if using a Flying Flip, will leave him without any energies on board after next turn. It will leave him one.
Tapu Lele,
yeah, but
which he cannot use.
Garbo Toxin. He's going to evolve, of course. You would do that no matter what, but we are going to see, like, he can go for Trash Avalanche. But I think he's going to go for the First Impression, because if he uses the Ultra Ball right now, he can go for Trash Avalanche, get the knockout on the active, and I think that would maybe
Oh
yeah, and he can also go for 50. So yeah, Flying Flip for 50 and taking knockout, that would put the Bustle down to 140. And with Choice Band and Energy next turn, he would knock out this active Bustle.
yeah, that's pretty nice math here.
Great play by Mees, and he's going to get the knockout. Flying Flip 20 to every single Pokemon. And in theory, with 2 extra Flying Flips, this memory would be knocked out, but I don't think that's going to happen though.
Yeah, I don't think we are going to see this happening. These Buzzwall already has an energy attached.
Yeah, we saw with Lupa yesterday when he got N to 1. Playing goes about card pick. You don't have trade,
Yeah.
you don't have artillery, you have to draw it out. And if Mees gets End, this is the way that Jack can steal this game, because Jet Punch is so powerful in these situations.
Oh yes, it is.
So we can see if Mees gets End, he doesn't draw out of it. Jack can hit Guzman next turn, get the Choppy Shot play, go to Jack can go to even prices. And that would be the way he can snack the game off with maybe a Tapu Lele Knuckle Impact or something like that.
Yeah. But again, all it comes down to is now who draws better, and we see an end coming.
Exactly as I said. So Mees kind of needs to hit the nuts here. Sycamore would also be fine. Actually, Sycamore is the greatest here.
Yeah.
He's going to knock out this Tapu Koko, preferably putting 30 damage on Trubbish. I just really just want to see this Trubbish knocked out, because that removes the threat of Trash Avalanche from this game.
Oh yes.
And even though we have 3 minutes left, they are 4 players on Jack's side and 1 on Mees. I think this game is going to finish. And it looked like something like supporters, so I think Mees is safe.
Yeah, he looks still pretty stressed.
Of course, Mees looks stressed. This is how he looks always. It's Mees, but we're going to see what he would do now.
Oh, he has Field Blower. Deciding to play it.
Field Blower is there, so Mees' options are open even wider. Because Tapu Lele also is second and last Tapu Lele that can be played. And that will give him a supporter he needs too.
See an energy attachment. And KO on the Tapu Koko.
So yeah, this Tapu Koko is going to get removed. But Mees, let's see what it promotes. It's going to probably offer Jack Wimpod, maybe? Or Lele?
He's not so sure about what to promote exactly. I think he's deciding for the Lele. Yeah.
Yeah, because 2 energized will finish this game off. If Jack doesn't hit energy, which James is very small though, because you haven't used many max 6 and stuff. Just look at 1, 2.
It looks like Mees is counting the item cards in Jack's Discord pile. Oh, he just passes. Now it's Jack's turn again. Attaching a strong energy to the active BuzzRoc GX. And going for a knuckle impact, I think. Yeah. Now Mees again. Needs to decide.
See what he has, because like next turn if Jack hits, I'm not sure of how many retreat costs Sudoku have, but
I think it has 2.
yeah, we need to figure out.
Oh, looks like he drew a DCE. Wow, Ultra Ball discarding 2 energy cards.
Yeah, he needs to go for Tapu Lele. So
Yeah, of course.
yeah, it's very dependent on how many retreat costs Sudoku actually has. Situation, because like then Guzman actually could also finish the game. Mees does not get the rainbow for Trash Lynch.
Looks like he's going for a Tapu Lele and then for a Sycamore, and it's time.
Sudoku's retreat. Sudoku. Yeah, we're gonna see Sycamore here from Mees. He needs to draw Rainbow Trash Lynch and game's over. If he does not, leaves the chance open for Jack. The next turn use Knuckle Impact and pair it with Guzma. Maybe an energy extra. Yeah.
Oh.
As you see, Sudoku 2 retreat costs. Trash Lynch.
I don't think he has the rainbow energy.
No,
No,
is it
he
double
missed
colorless? So Jack, I wouldn't like to see the choice band attached to maybe Garbage or Tapu Lele actually.
Energy to Tapu Lele.
Because then he could have won the game next turn with Tapu Lele. Just single energy. But we're going to see here. Energy switch. A Guzma?
Yeah,
Yes,
Guzma.
and that is game.
Wow, what a close series.
And Jack Gregory-Campbell takes the top 8 spot in what is a grueling set.
Oh,
and
yes.
Well timed end. Takes the game for Jack, and I don't know what to say honestly, because
it looked so good for Mees.
it looks so good for Mees, but Mees ultimately and Jack out of an unplayable hand basically, and
But he could not know. You can never know what your
but
opponent has in hand.
like Jack gave a little sickness here and there, like he did not play anything, so we are gonna cut into an interview with Mees, sorry, with Jack very shortly, and we'll see her very soon.
Don't go anywhere.
I know. Alright, welcome back to Malmö TCG Regionals once again. I'm here with Jack Gregory-Campbell, who just snuck out a victory against Mees. How does it feel?
It feels pretty good. I thought he was going to win that in all honesty. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, we see Mees drawing that rainbow energy, which was the only card he could not draw in the end to snuck out. He took out the victory by that. Like, how do you feel like when he played the top layer for Sycamore?
When he did that, I got nervous, I'll be honest. I thought he's definitely got it at that point. So I'm happy that he didn't. I needed
Yeah, exactly. But he played the GoliGarb deck, which is known to be punished really much by into one. So you pull out a great series. We thought that you were so far behind games 2 and 3, honestly. Lost game 2, and you barely squeaked out a game 3 with the Knuckle Impact Guzma, and you just switch play. Like, do you think you will have like good matchups in top 8?
I mean, I'm quite confident. I know there's a few mirrors, and I've played 6 mirrors this event, and I've only lost 1, so I'm quite confident about that.
Yeah, because looking at it, we're gonna have something like BuzzRoc, some Sword variants, another BuzzRoc. So this is about Sword, Benjamin.
I'm quite confident going into it. happy with the deck. So you know.
Yeah, I would have played the same if I had played the event. So
I mean, it's
definitely strong.
Quite good for not testing, really. So quite happy about
good
that.
team there.
Yeah.
And we're under time pressure, so we're gonna cut back to top 8 very soon. We'll see you very soon. Don't go anywhere. Congratulations.
Great. Cheers, Justin.
We'll see you.